Before we begin, guys, if you like today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But welcome back to another episode of Stu's Reviews. If you were a subscriber on the channel last week, you'll have seen me take a first look at something called the Smart Garden. Now, I love the idea of that. It's a garden of the future. That is how we are going to start living in the future, because we're vastly growing as a population, and the only way forward is to start growing our own vegetables. Now, I've been sent another one to look at, but not by Click and Grow, not a smart garden. This one is called the Botanium. Now, like last week, this is just going to be a part one of two, because obviously to review this properly I need to see how well it's managed to grow whatever it is that I put inside it. Now, this video is just going to be about the opening, the unboxing, how easy it is to set up, and then we'll take a look at a few stats and information about it once it's open, and I'll do some product shots and take a look. But for now, let's get it open. So this one, I believe, is just for one plant, whereas the past one, the other one, does 3. But I tell you what, I'm not going to talk about the other one. I'll do a comparison of those once I've got the results of the final growing procedure, growing season. I don't know, whatever you call growing. As you can tell, I'm not a gardener. Right, let's have a look. What have we got in here? We've got growing medium. Okay, well that's soil, so I have to plant the soil myself in that one. There is a quick start guide, which I'll look at in a moment. Usually I don't take a look at instructions, but do you know what? I am not a gardener. I have not got green fingers. If anything, I have the hands of death, and everything I touch turns to dust and ash. What's inside there? Let's take a peek. Now, I do have some seeds for this as well. Where are they? Hold on a minute. Where are the seeds? Found the seeds. These were separate. Does look quite cool. Looks like a big plant pot. Right, what's inside here? That is a plug. Nutrients. Used 5 full pipettes for 1 full water tank. Okay, nutrient. And I've also been sent something. What's this? Some more nutrients and an LED grow light, which I don't necessarily need, because apparently it works with pretty much any LED light, supposedly, but don't take my word for that, I may well be wrong. Quick start guide, that's what I want. What do I do? Okay. Remove the growing container, and actually this is the growing container. Oh, there we are, that was easy. Pop that off. Okay, there's a little kind of filtery thing inside there. Remove the growing container, add 4 full pipettes of nutrients into the water tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fill the tank with tap water. Where do I have to fill it up to? No, I'm I guess it's the top. Oh god, I've just spilled it everywhere. Oh god, it's going everywhere. Oh god, I need a towel. Fill level in there? I don't know. I'm not going to do it much higher than that. Maybe a little more higher. There we are. That'll do. God, what is that? Why does water come out of the side of it when you're pouring it out of a bloody spout? I'm going to have to get some towels now. Absolutely ruining my leather. Right. Okay. So where we're at now then. Okay. Fill the growing container with growing medium until it reaches the watering ring. Which I don't know what the... Oh, that's that. Ah, okay. On the inside of this, it's got like a little tube, obviously, that sucks the water up somehow and sprays it in the top there. That's really quite cool. So I'm supposed to fill this just below... This is going to be messy, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit dusty. Bloody hell. Says this is enough for 1 full one, but it seems to be more than enough really. Okay, that'll do. I'm not going to put any more in there. Right, what do I do now? Fill the growing container with growing medium until it reaches the watering ring. Rinse the dust from the growing medium by pouring tap water in the growing container. Right, that's that rinse, so now I'm going to pop that back on there, like hold on, like this, like that. Feels like rocks or something, this does. Very unusual feeling. It's like a weird rock on the top. Okay. Put the growing container back on the right side. Plant the seeds in the container. Right, okay. Seeds got to go in the container. It doesn't tell me how to do that though. Let me look in this manual. That was useless. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just put the seeds in and hope for the best. Right, hold on. Do you know what? I can't even remember what these are. I think there might be tomatoes, which is exciting. Alright then. What's that? Bit like ASMR this is, isn't it? Listen. Stu's Reviews ASMR. Right, okay, that is done, and apparently all I need to do now is plug it in. I don't know if it'll water it though straight away. So this is interesting. What it'll do is basically just automatically water them for me, but they keep it very, very hydrated apparently. Every third hour this will wet my vegetables. That was very suggestive. Okay, let's plug it in and see if it'll do anything straight away. Here we go. Has it done anything? Is it on? Whoa! Oh, I'm going to film this. Am I going to be able to film this in time? Well, that was quite cool, and it stopped. So obviously it does that for a couple of seconds every third hour. And that's it, I'm done. I don't need to do anything more. That plant will now grow itself, which means that if that's tomatoes, that makes my life very, very easy indeed. Well then, I will leave it at that. Let's, now this is open, dive into some specs. Firstly, the Botanium is a great looking gadget that revolutionises the way we garden. It uses a system called hydroponics, which is a method of growing crops without the use of soil, and it does this through a water tank sat below a small container that houses growing medium. It's sterile, with no pests or fungus, and allows for faster, more efficient growth, and unlike normal soil, it cannot be overwatered. Once plugged into a standard USB port or plug, it then waters the plant automatically. This happens every 3 hours, filtering unused water back into the tank, keeping your plant healthy and watered, and can last for weeks without needing to refill the tank. So that is the Botanium, and we're coming to the end of part 1 now, because obviously I have to wait now until the plant grows before I can give you a final opinion on whether or not this is a particularly good device. But as far as it goes, this sort of device, as I've said, is going to be the future. I really like the look of this actually. The design of it's very nice, and it looks very plant pot-esque. So when I've got a big tree growing out of it with tomatoes on it, I think it's going to look really, really nice in the house. So overall, so far, I've been quite impressed with the Botanium, and I guess we'll catch up in part 2 to see how well it's done. Right now we're looking at May the 2nd, and we'll see how long it takes to get me a full plant. And with that, I'll see you in part 2. Like I said, if I've done part 2 already, you'll see it in the description below, so head down there straight away. If you're watching this literally on the day I've released it, there's no chance I'll have done part 2, so hang fire, that is coming. And I'll see you back for another episode of Stu's Reviews soon. Before you go, consider supporting me on my Patreon page by clicking here. It'll give you some great discounts on stuff I've reviewed and helps me to continue doing reviews. If you want to see some fun stuff, click here to see the highlights of Stu's Reviews. And as a friendly reminder, click this button to subscribe.